Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Hello, my name is Tanay Tiwari and welcome to Buzz This Week, your weekly dose of cricket news and memes और meme game ना अब करना पड़ेगा. लोग डोलो 650 पे मीम बना रहे हैं यार. ऐसे है बड़े काम की चीज. हम भी काम की चीजें लाए हैं आज के शो पर on the show this week. No social distance in the ashes. South Africa smell the coffee and ICCs no to slow. Drawn test matches are quite like COVID. I mean, you don't really know what they are until you run into them. Of course, both are on either ends of the spectrum. But the next time someone asks you, "यार, drawn test matches में क्या मजा आता है?" उनको ना सिडनी टेस्ट के drawn match के footage दिखा देना. हाँ, ये वाला तो दिखाना ही, but show them that iconic test match that India drew earlier last year. जी हाँ, सिडनी का ना कुछ करना पड़ेगा ऑस्ट्रेलिया को, कुछ पूजा वूजा करानी पड़ेगी because it was almost the same story again. It seemed like Australia were in the game the moment Captain Pat Cummins got those 2 wickets off 2 balls. But then Jack Leach, Stuart Broad, and then later James Anderson said,
रुको जरा, सबर करो.
And sabr they had in abundance. Towards the end of the game, Jack Leach was gone, Stuart Broad, James Anderson were batting. Light was gone as well, which meant only the spinners could bowl. Nathan Lyon from one end and Steve Smith from the other end. One of the top batters in the game, bowling to save a test match. Two of the finest bowlers in the game who were batting to save a test match. Ab batao, hai kya test cricket se khoobsurat koi cheez?
Nahi.
And not that test cricket needed any validation, it got quite a lot of it on Twitter after this draw. Some of it even becoming quite good banter. Test cricket last week was so much fun though. I mean, of course, the draw in Sydney, but let that not take away anything from Dean Elgar. Yes, he drew everyone's attention, took South Africa home in that crucial chase, chasing 240. I'm sure that took Indian bowlers by surprise too. मतलब इतनी अच्छी batting, series level कर ली. But लेकिन किंतु परंतु, there was someone else too who found Test cricket very easy, and that was Bangladesh. They were taking on the world champions in Test cricket in their first home assignment post that championship win, and Bangladesh, it seemed, were all over New Zealand. जी हाँ, उस win के लिए ना Bangladesh salute. हाँ, इबादत के लिए तो double salute. But लेकिन किंतु परंतु again, look at what New Zealand are doing in the second Test match. They are bullying Bangladesh. At the time of recording this show, New Zealand have scored 500 plus runs in the first innings, declared courtesy brilliant 250 from captain Tom Latham, and then Devon Conway की आदत हो गई है centuries बनाने की. Then they've bowled out Bangladesh for just 126. मतलब ऐसा लग रहा है कि सारे runs ना end of season sale में out of stock कर दिए न्यूजीलैंड ने, कुछ छोड़ा ही नहीं बांग्लादेश के लिए. That is how Test cricket goes. Also, in this Test match, something really special happened. Ibadat conceded 7 runs off 1 ball. हाँ जी. Edge लगा, catch drop हुआ, the ball went into the deep. Batters ran 3. Then deep से किसी fielder ने उठाकर ball फेंकी और 4 runs और हो गए. Such is life. एक Test match में आप salute करवा रहे हो लोगों से, दूसरे Test match में आप चाह रहे हो कि आप parade कर दो सारे fielders की. That's Test cricket. T20 cricket lately has been quite like Indian weddings. It starts on time and then
जल्दी किसको है?
But now the ICC is saying
प्रोग्राम में थोड़ा चेंज रहना चाहिए.
yes, they will now introduce time-based penalties in both men's and women's T20Is by the end of this month. बड़ा simple है. The bowling team has to bowl the first ball of their final over within the stipulated time. तो अगर 9:30 को मैच खत्म होना है, तो 9:30 तक आपको अपने आखिरी ओवर की पहली बॉल शुरू कर देनी है. If they fail to do that, the fielding team will be allowed one lesser fielder outside the 30-yard circle. Usually 5 होते हैं, ऐसे में 4 हो जाएंगे. जी हाँ. Now, where have we seen this before? Yes, in the 100. But who's complaining, जी? जब तक क्रिकेट हो रहा है और अब टाइम पर हो रहा है, who's complaining? But there are complaints with India's squad for the 2022 Women's World Cup that was announced. Here is how it looks. And notable omissions there are the top order batter Jemimah Rodrigues and veteran pacer Shikha Pandey. In place of Rodrigues, Team India has preferred Yastika Bhatia, while in place of Shikha Pandey, they've gone with Meghna Singh and Renuka Singh, young pacers who made their India debuts last year. Now remember, Jemimah Rodrigues hasn't had the best of forms in ODIs in the last year, but elsewhere in the white ball format, in the WBBL, she scored 300 plus runs. In the 100, she was the second highest run scorer, scoring 249 runs, showing that she got the game in the white ball format, which meant that her omission wasn't taken very well on Twitter. Your bus challenge this week, देखो एक change तो ICC ने बता दिया है. उन्होंने बोला है overs time में खत्म करो. Is there another change you want in T20 cricket? I'll go first. यार इस toss का कुछ करो. Especially in franchise cricket, toss can be quite a bit of an advantage, undue sometimes, to one team. देखो आप chasing records देख लो T20s में. ये मेरा suggestion है. आपका क्या है? Hashtag buzz this week, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. आपको रास्ते सारे पता हैं. भेज दीजिए अपने suggestion. That's all that we have for you in this episode of Buzz This Week. Until next week, डोलो पर memes ही बनाओ. खाने की नौबत मत लाओ. कैसे नहीं लाओगे खाने की नौबत? मास्क पहन कर, प्लीज मास्क